GM. Right, welcome. Day 36, Becoming a Profitable Trader. Let's just jump straight into it. A little bit later on today because I just finished my last exam for the summer, which was good. It was. That's all I can say. It was. But yeah, jump straight into it. EuroCAD or Euro AUD. Sorry. Basically, already hit the area of interest. I'm going to jump down to the 4 hour here. My main problem with this is the fact that we're already quite into the move. So taking a position here would be relatively stupid. I'd rather take something like here and just get a bounce back from that up here, like so. However, maybe it'll work. I apologize for that. It's a lovely sound when TradingView makes that. But yeah, basically just waiting for this one to break a high on the 30 minutes, which we just got on USD 30 and spike holes. So just waiting for a break of the lower high. Alerts are set. Ideally, if it breaks and gives me an engulfing candle, I'll take the position where I believe it would make sense. So let's say, for example, it gives me, for whatever reason, it just gives me the entry right here. Well, what I'm going to do probably is be like, okay, let's say the candle wick is, let's say that's our stop. Well, I'd be generous with the stop. What I would do is just try to place it so the area of, or where the position makes sense. So instead of taking the position right there, I just be like, okay, if it does go down a little bit, or maybe just counting on markets fluctuations, I try to position where the order would make sense, because doing this shit doesn't make any sense. However, this shit makes a lot more sense. It's obviously a little bit more discretionary, just because there's no method to figure out where it is. It's just kind of based on where you think. But I believe the market, with just how much it fluctuates, look at this, the fucking size of the candles, or not the candles, the wicks, 25 pips in either direction. Let's measure fucking 20 pips. On average, it's relatively a lot, right? This one, for example, fucking massive. 26, and it doesn't need to stop there, it doesn't need to close there. I just needed to hit it. And since considering this one has had about 26 pip candles, I think it might be something worth looking at least. Right, that was Euro AUD. Next up is NZD USD. This one is having quite a nice, upwards momentum here, which is quite cool to see. So we can jump down to 30 minute here, look at what's going on. Right, just waiting for the break of the lower high. I would say taking the same approach to this pretty much gives me an entry signal, let's say right here. Well, if you look on the left, not a whole lot of stuff to target that's recent. That one maybe, but that's just on the wick of there. So, I don't know. I'll be aiming for something like, let's see what the daily is giving us. Yeah, not exactly ideal. So what I do is pretty much just, let's say that's a stop, and just do that until it makes sense. Not be stupid, don't do this, right? Don't get an 18.22% on just one position, because you're like, oh, market will fluctuate. Yeah, guess what? You also get your fucking stop loss taken out. You could do this, but it's very low probability. This, just be reasonable with stuff, right? Just 2.5%. An amazing trade, and I could foresee it going just like that. Just a quick wick, that's all I need. Next, AUD USD. I saw some people were buying on this, which is a great move, 40 pips, all this stuff, phenomenal. I was not in it. I didn't get my entry signal, I believe. So, it is what it is. I think that was the entry signal over here. Might have been. Let's see. 12:30. Monday, 3, 7, 11. Yeah, something like this. I'm not sure why I didn't take it. Maybe I was out of the day. Would have been a good trade. Well, not that good. You currently probably get stopped out already. Well, anyways, I saw some people took it clearly they were early into me, so I just simply didn't take it. It is what it is. So what I'm waiting for now is just simple boom, 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 retest, and up. I'm sure the daily will close. Well, the daily is actually having its tracement back to here. Let's say it closes. I already count that, so I'll wait for a break of the lower high and take it from there. So hopefully we'll get a nice little entry on this, like so. Measure out on the whatever wick this is, like that, 5 pips. Aim for a daily structure point for a nice 30%. Next, spike calls. Spike calls have been messing with me. Not as much as platinum, because platinum just, everything went sell today. I don't really know why. Look at that. As I'm talking now, we got a break at the lower high. So you might be asking, what's the next step? Well, the next obvious step would be, okay, we got it. So what's next here? We take our 2, highlight it, put it on the 1 hour, make sure that shit is highlighted, like that. Still got 24 minutes until the 1 hour closes. 1 hour and 24 until the 2 hour closes. And 4 hours is going to close in approximately, 3 hours and 24 minutes? Fortunately, I don't think I'm going to be awake for that, so I might be missing a position, but such is life. So let's say, I don't know, whenever I'm not awake for this kind of stuff, I just kind of take it where the position would have been and just ride it out there. I don't really see the difference unless, like, obviously, if price is up here, like that, well, I'm not going to aim for that, am I? But it's much more like if price is perhaps here, or even better if it's down here. I'm like, well, okay. I'm still going to take it because it's a valid entry. Mark up confluences, be done with it. Cool. That's 30 minutes. So obviously that broke above here. So we're just waiting for that candle. So I'll just put this in front of pretty much that one. Done. I do believe AUD/USD. AUS 200. Let's see. This one has some vast gaps in terms of like breaking the higher low. I can foresee this just continuing like so, break the high low, and then break here. Currently at a bit of a weird point. We're right in the middle between 2 zones, which is not ideal, obviously. What I'd want is, let's see. This looks really good for a sell. So, perhaps that's what I'll do. Looks currently really good for a sell, actually. Daily already hit it, already went in there. Oof. Not too shabby, actually. I might be looking at this a little bit closer. Right, just going to take and put that here and just say sell, boom. Mark it up accordingly, but if it does, I mean, it already went bullish, so technically this is already marked up actually correctly. Cool. Okay, got ahead of myself. I already figured out how to do it before. Right, these are already done. US 30 got a break of the lower high. However, if you look on the fucking 4 hour, that shit was abysmal, whichever candle it was. It was some horrible candle. Right, let me try to extend this, make sure it's actually highlighted. There. Well, it actually wasn't. It actually closed perfectly about 40 minutes ago. Shit. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. Considering this is, well, it's not unfortunate, obviously. I can take that entry right now. So let me just make sure. And that, boom, boom. Cool. So you can actually watch me take an entry live. So obviously the wick is not ideal here. Be looking on, let's see. Nice. Daily structure point here. Daily structure point would ideally be here Obviously, the wick is so fucking long, it's near impossible. So let's see. What am I doing? What I usually do is take a little gander on the 4 hour here. Right. So, you can actually see this in action. Since, considering I have a negative RR here, what I'm going to do is do a little trickaroo. The stop, which is this fucking humongous wick, guarantees that I'm not going to... if I do get wicked out, it's going to be because I was completely wrong. But let's say it's 17.85 pips. Let's do... I always hate it whenever I have to do it in tick terms or whatever the fuck this is called. I'm just going to add another 5. Let's do 5. So that's 1, 2, 3. I want to say that's... Okay. That's substantial. I think that's enough. Like that. Okay. Next. Put this shit to a level where it makes fucking sense. Let's go with a 2%. So, you see here, my main thing here is practically, this was my entry, but it gives us a shitty risk reward. So what I'm going to do is wait for this to wick into here and just take into the position over here. Much more risky, but it is what it is. You know, I'm okay with the risk I'm risking. So I'm actually we're getting some really nice pairs right now. While I'm talking, nice. Okay. USD CAD. Let's see. USD CAD. Waiting for the break of the higher low. Nothing else too much about that. Just it's a bit far away, so not top pair, obviously. Let's see, GDP CHF. I think, this one, I'm waiting for a retest of this. Boom, like so. So this is not a pair I'm actively looking at immediately at this point. Euro NZD. I don't think I have anything marked up on the 30 minute because we'd need a retracement back to this daily area of interest because I want to sell it. Because it has 30% for sells. So I'm just waiting for that so I can actually show you how I take the alerts. Like so. 4 hour, well, it's technically daily area of interest. There. Cool. So if I hit wicks into that or hits it, I'm going to be let know about it. Platinum, for some reason, if you look, everything's sold off, and I was building up a really nice position here. But sold off, went to the next area of interest, which is completely fine. But it caused the daily to turn bearish. So now we are on a 20%er. Like so. BTC USD took off. Unfortunately, I wasn't there for the takeoff, and obviously this is way too far away for me to even put a limit order. If it goes and hits this, then it's reversing against the trend, which is something I don't want. So this would have been a nice, well, let's say it retraces back to here. This would have been a nice, currently, would have been 1.66 in profit, aiming for a 2. Yeah, this would have been a nice 2.5 if it does go all the way up. But again, no point of taking it over here. This is pretty much it. I mean, the rest of these are just positions that I was discussing about tomorrow. Or yesterday, at least. Right. Top is Euro AUD. Then it's spike calls that I'm going to take in a second here. AUS 200, just waiting for the break of the higher low to take a short. And US 30. We are currently waiting for this kind of stuff because we got an engulfing on this. And finally, we are waiting for a break of the lower high on the NZD USD. And again, finally, we're waiting for a break of the lower high on AUD USD. Ideally, we'd really like a break of the lower low, but I can't foresee that. Well, I can foresee that happening. It would be much better. And it's probably what I would want the most. Is it realistic? I have no idea. I can't predict anything. I would love this to just do that, so I could have just a entry that's so much smoother. But I guess we'll see, won't we? Right, that's pretty much the pairs today. I don't really have anything to say. I'm going to go take an entry, and I'll let you know how it went tomorrow. See you motherfuckers then.